You were here. What are some of your favorite memories of Philadelphia?
Wow, when I got here, it's always it was a little special feeling because I got drafted by the Flyers back in the days, and I knew how they wanted guys to play, with Clark and everybody, and a little physical, and I thought my play would fit here. So when I got here, it was a perfect start. We played really well. I got to play with Knubel and Gagne, and it clicked right off the bat. I think we were leading the league until Christmas, and that time was fantastic playing here, I have to say. Then we kind of went down. A lot of guys, Primo got hurt. I got to struggle a bit, and a few other guys got hurt too. But in the beginning, it was fantastic to be here. Crowds were into it, and I loved enjoy that the people here at the fans enjoyed physical playing and winning games. So it's fun time.
Do you think how bad were the injuries, and how much did they really affect you? I mean, obviously you played, a lot, but you didn't let on about a lot. But can you tell us now, how bad was it during your time?
Well, it started really good. Like I said, me and Gagne and that line started really well. We were playing so well, and it's just got worse and worse. And after the first year, and we had I had a big surgery. We actually cut the whole heel off and moved it over, and didn't really help. And there was a lot of things going on, and it was struggling. I felt I was struggling a lot, but on the other hand, to be honest, I looked at the points. It was not that bad, It's like 115 points in 100 games. But on the other hand, I felt like I could have done so much better. So it was a little struggle coming here, and the second year was hard. The team didn't win. It was hard coming to the games, but I had a good time here, though. It's an organization that wanted to win, and that's why it was so hard to play here, because we didn't win, and the fans here wanted and expect the team to win. So it was a tough time the second year, but like I said, in the first part when we were winning, that was one of the best times. As a hockey player, fans enjoy when you're winning.
Did you ever think what it would have been like if you weren't traded from the Flyers and played your career here?
Don't think about it. When I played, I didn't think too much about it. But I have to say, Mr. Schneider, he wants to win, and I think it could have been a good run too. But I ended up in a good organization there was unbelievable players coming by, and I got to play in the winning team there too. So can't complain. But I did watch the Flyers the whole career, and I know there was they were in the final at one time there, and they were close a few times, but didn't think about it too much. Now, when I get older, I think about it a little more, but not when I played.
Do you think you would have won 2 cups if you were here during that time?
I don't know. I have no clue, but maybe. It's hard to say, but it's here. They always wanted to win, and I think they gave the team a chance to win every single year, and I wouldn't. It's hard for me to say if they would have won with me or not, but it's. I cannot answer that right now. I would like to say yes.
During those few weeks when Flyers didn't know if they were getting Lindros or not, were you following that from Sweden? And what were your memories of that?
No, it was the middle of the summer. I didn't follow that back home, and when I read afterwards, it was real close. There was a trade between I think the Rangers or Philly, and they ended up coming here to Philadelphia, and I was part of that group. I don't know how big part I was back then, but I don't know. For the Quebec and the Colorado Avalanche organization worked that pretty good. They were a team that were pretty bad for a long time, and then they had a couple of first rounders with Sundin and Owen Nolan, and they got to do that trade. They brought in a lot of good players that turned that organization around and get the money to keep the players down there in Denver too. So it worked out for that. It was both organizations, both teams were good for a few years there. They were close here, and then fortunately we were happy and lucky to win a couple of down in Colorado.
Peter, when the Flyers first drafted you in '91, it was considered kind of a surprise they took you that high.
Yeah.
Hockey News had you 25th or something like that. And did you ever have a chance to talk to Inge Hammerstrom and those guys, about that draft? Later
well, I talked a lot to my agent afterwards, and like you said, I was going to go in the beginning of the second round or end of the first round, and I remember Mr. Basically came to me and said, Philly's trying to trade down because they wanted to draft me maybe 14, 15. They didn't think I was going to go that high, but then with rumors maybe Hartford was going to take me as number 11, so I don't think they want to take a chance, so they picked me at number 6. And I guess Inge had a lot to do with that, and didn't expect to get. I was totally shocked. I was a small kid and didn't expect to get drafted that high, but But I came here. We flew down right to Philly. I was here, and to be honest, '92 there in the World Championship, we were negotiating with Flyers to come over, but I thought it was too early, so I stayed home a couple more years, and then they traded me in '93 there. Maybe if I'd signed '92, I've been here most of my career, but I think it would have worked out both places for me. This is an organization that spent a lot of money, wanted to win, and I ended up in a place too that had a good team for a long time.
Peter, what's it mean for you to be honored by the Flyers tonight?
It means a lot, actually, because it feels like every time I struggle in my mind. I was kind of struggling, but on the other hand, I was lucky, happy that they put the numbers on the screen and a couple of hits there. It's not only bad games. Like I said, we had a really good start, and I got to play with some good players. And unfortunately, it was not maybe only my fault. I was hurt a lot, but Primo went down, I think, and Ratchy got hurt, and they changed the rules a little bit that year too. So a few things that not only my fault, but it was hard here coming to second year that we didn't win a whole lot of games. It was hard to come in, and I know the fans here expect you to win, and it's hard to play when you're not doing as well as you wanted. And me struggling, I missed a few games. I think I missed 16 games the second year too. It was hard. But when I get traded, I told Mr. Sai, it's like move to Nashville, but I have no problem coming back if the foot would have worked out. But unfortunately, it never worked out again, so I never got the chance to come back. But
you didn't want to sign another contract here because you didn't think you were healthy, or because it was the state of the Flyers?
No, I didn't think I was healthy. Otherwise, I would have stayed absolutely But it was just a struggle for me the second year. Like I said, we did a surgery, and I wanted to make sure the foot was fine before I signed another deal. But it never turned out. And unfortunately, I never. Well, after the first year, we talked, but I wanted to see if the foot was fine, and then I started playing, and then it didn't really work out as good as I wanted. I could get around. It was not that bad, but I wanted to get better before I signed a new deal, and I didn't. Then I went home and had another surgery, and I came back for a couple, maybe 13 games in Colorado, and never really worked out again, unfortunately. But it was a good place to play. Like I said, this is a place that want to win hockey games, and they enjoyed physical play with winning games. So I thought it was a perfect place for me to come when I signed there 04, 05.